He'll be missed. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening, all you Minties, and welcome back to another episode of Reelz Talk with your host, the amazing Amanda, and my lovely co-host, the Uncanny Omar, talking to all of us from what looks like a Zoom background, but actually is a hotel room.
I got kicked out of my house doing too many near mint condition episodes, so I'm spending that at a Motel 8, which I haven't done in a long time. Kind of shady.
Wow, they really upgraded the Motel 8s, huh?
Yeah, this is really nice. This is really
nice. So this obviously, are you just kidding? Yeah, Omar's obviously the reason why we are on a little bit later tonight.
Obviously the reason? Wow, you're gonna throw me the bus with that? Okay, I'm thinking. Sure. I am obviously the reason we are a little behind today. Normally we do this at 8, but yeah. Hey, Jack's sister's having a boy. Congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations, Jack.
You're gonna be an uncle, huh? That's good news, man.
Yep. Being an aunt or uncle is very exciting indeed.
Very responsible too.
But yes, well, it depends on what kind of uncle you plan on being, Jack. Hopefully the responsible one.
Yep.
Oh, Michael said my boy is having a sister.
Is Jack your son? No, wait.
Wait, now it's all.
Are you all related? Is Jack really Leo? What's happening? What's happening? So yeah, here we are. We're gonna be talking about this big movie that's been about 4 years in the making. Is that when the 2015 was the first one? Godzilla.
Yeah.
It's been a long time in the making, and I'm excited to talk about it.
I think a lot of people are too.
Yeah. So Amanda, take it away. Let's start talking about this movie and get into some spoilers.
Yes, there will be spoilers, guys.
So everybody can join in the conversation.
And last thing before we get started.
Sorry, I went out for milk. At least you went out for milk and not cigarettes. So you're teaching him good lessons. That's good.
Yeah, but he never came back with the milk. What a waste of a parent.
Maybe the milk was so good he had to stay away. Omar, no basement tonight. No, not tonight. Not tonight. We the kids are on spring break, so we decided it's been over a year since I've been anywhere, so we just decided to kind of drive a little bit and go to like the children's museum. So we all have to. It's very interesting because we all have to wear masks and stuff like during these. Like we haven't been anywhere for like over a year, so it's been nice.
That's weird, yeah.
That's where I am tonight, but I did get to watch this morning. And yeah, how did all this begin, Amanda?
I don't know how the movie began or how did it all begin. I don't know how it all began.
How did it all begin?
But yes, I don't know how it all began. But this movie, Godzilla vs. Kong, so it takes place 5 years after King of the Monsters and 51 years after Kong Skull Island. So those are the last two movies for each of these characters that we're talking about, Godzilla and Kong, previously. And the movie's directed by Adam Wingard, who is known for a lot of horror flicks that he's directed, like You Are Next and House Guest. Has a lot of pretty famous actors, Alexander Skarsgård, Millie Bobby Brown, Rebecca Hall.
Billy Vanilli, Downtown Julie Brown.
Who definitely is starting to look less like a little kid and more like a teenager, young adult now.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see her grow up. It always feels weird, like when you see these kids grow up like that, like how they once used to be little kids. But anyway.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And then also Brian Tyree Henry, love this actor. He's got to start. Funny. Yeah, he got to start with Atlanta, which is Donald Glover's show on FX. And he's just fantastic. I mean, he brought me a lot of laughs in this film. And of course, Kyle Chandler from Friday Night Lights, gotta love him, making his appearance again as
Mark Russell. Love that man.
Yes, I can never not like him.
Who was also in the Peter Jackson King Kong movie remake too.
That's right.
So weird. He was the alcoholic actor in that movie. So it's really weird, like, to see him come down. Surprise, Downtown Julie Brown. Dude, we were on the ride here. My wife's got a new car, and she's got Sirius for a couple of months. And it was wubba, wubba, wubba. You remember that? Like, anybody old enough to remember Downtown Julie Brown? Nope. No. I always like the redhead Julie Brown more than the British Julie Brown, but hey, whatever.
It is what
Nobody.
It is.
Nobody. Okay. Yeah. All right. King Kong, Godzilla.
Yes.
Yes. All right, really quick. Did you watch all three of those movies? 3 movies? Did you see all 3 movies? Skull Island, Kong.
I saw Skull Island. I didn't see the other one.
So really quick, Godzilla for me, this new one with Bryan Cranston. Whenever Godzilla and Bryan Cranston were on screen, pretty good movie. Everything else boring. I fell asleep. The Solo did not like it. It was not that good of a movie. When Kong showed up, it was fun. Everybody else, God, kill these human characters. But that's always the case with these monster movies. And then the Destroy All Monsters. Was that it? Or King of the Monsters? What was the
King of the Monsters?
Was
the last one, 2019.
That was awesome. Love that movie. That was great. So
it has the worst ratings though of the other ones, though.
I don't care. I bet this movie's going to get a worse rating either. But this movie is not meant for people that
actually has better. This one's better ratings.
Give it some time.
Fresh.
The movie critics haven't gone to see it yet. Like,
yes, they have.
Movies like this get dogged. What?
Yeah, movie critics. Because it came out. So this movie came out overseas last week. So last weekend, which is fantastic because if you guys aren't familiar, if you guys don't read the box office news. Overseas, this made 123 million, and almost 90 million alone in China. That's huge. This is the biggest opening, at least overseas, for a film since pandemic.
Thanks,
and they're looking at projecting as far as domestically here in the United States, it making 20 to 30 million, which would then also make it the biggest opening weekend since March 2020 for US box office as well. So no, I mean, the reviews so far, it's 81% certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, 93% audience score. So no, this one definitely is hitting it with critics, hitting it with audiences. Really?
Because I got the same vibe from this and Destroy All Monsters, the Godzilla movie. It's the same kind of, or King of All Monsters. Sorry, Destroy All Monsters is the old school Godzilla movie, but it's the same kind of vibe. It's the same kind of stupid nonsense fights that same thing. Balanced out with some ridiculous human beings that nobody cares about. So I loved it.
Hayden, yes, this was the movie that was getting review bombed by the Snyder Bros. IMDb did remove all of those.
So what are we talking about?
So when this is what I'm saying. They've already received all the critics and stuff. The first line of critics already received, this cut. So they've already reviewed it. And so as the reviews are rolling in, then the Snyder cult or the extreme members decided to get on here because this is the Warner Brothers.
It's a WB movie. Like, shouldn't they be happy?
Okay, well, they decided to
I'm so confused.
Blast the movie with a 1-star rating with nothing in the comments except hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Now, IMDb has removed all of those on all of those reviews. Obviously, they're not valid reviews. They're people trying to, I don't know why they're picking on this movie because it's a Warner Bros. Yeah, it's a Warner Bros. Movie, but Adam Wingard had nothing to do with what happened to Zack Snyder, and neither did any of the actors in this film. So leave it alone. So basically that's what happened. It was getting all these 1-star reviews. No one could understand why until they started reading into them, and they were all like, hashtag restore the Snyderverse. So there you go. This is why we can't have anything nice, people. This is why we can't have anything nice.
Okay. Odd. Choosing your battles there. That's weird. I stopped after 30 minutes, and this coming from someone who thinks Batman vs Superman is the best superhero movie. What's up, Agent Johnny Depp? And Can't Hardly Wait is the greatest movie. What the hell is happening? Agent Johnny Depp, you like both those movies? Dude, fast forward. Get to the halfway point. Screw all the nonsense at the beginning. Dude, Kong goes on a side quest, like a video game. I love that.
I love it. But, so the whole premise of it is basically, Godzilla was on our side, I guess, because he's fighting all the different Titans. That's what the last movie is all about. And they don't want him to find Kong, right? So Kong's been living in this like shelter, this compound. They basically put this whole thing over top of half of Skull Island, and he's sitting in there with some little girl that I guess is a native that he saved, and they communicate via sign language.
That was cute.
It was cute. Yeah. I mean, that's Godzilla. Wasn't he like with like him and Bobby Brown or Bobby Brown? Him and Millie Bobby Brown had a connection.
Whoa. What?
Yeah. Huh?
What'd you say?
Didn't Millie Bobby Brown and Godzilla have a connection in the last movie too? It's them and kids, right? It's a thing.
It's kids, and they gotta shoehorn them in there somewhere. The little girl with Kong. All I remember is like, man, this girl is crying half of this movie. Like she's in tears for half of this movie.
Yes, yeah. and so basically they want to protect Kong, but then this company called Apex Cybernetics, and let's just say if you're going to name your company Apex Cybernetics, anyone who's seen Terminator knows that anything with cyber in the title or cybernetics is not going to be the good guy. So
also, where did all this technology come from? Like, where did all this technology come from? I'm so confused because this is only like
it's been 5 years since the last movie.
Yeah, and all of a sudden we go from modern technology like we had in 2015, 2016 to flying cars and weapons that
go into hyperdrive or hyperspace.
Whatever. It's ridiculous, but I love it. I don't care. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so
sometimes I can't help myself but go, what?
So basically the Apex guy, Walter Simmons, the owner, goes to this gentleman named Nathan Lind, who's a scientist who talks about this thing called the Hollow Earth. Basically, you go to the center of our Earth, just like the journey to the center of the Earth, and there's another like world in there, right? Gravity's weird. There's weird creatures because evolution just hasn't really caught up with it. And he thinks that's where Godzilla and Kong came from, and he thinks the only way that Kong can be safe is if he goes back home. So, of course, that's not really Walter Simmons' main mission. His main mission is to send his daughter there to collect energy sources to bring back to fuel the Mecha Godzilla that he's created. But we haven't gotten to how they find out about Mecha Godzilla. So, as they're trying to transport Kong to the Hollow Earth, which is an Hollow Earth entrance in Antarctica, of course, then Godzilla gets wind of it. He tries to attack him. There's an epic scene of them fighting in the water on the boats, just destroying pretty much the whole fleet. And so they decided
round one goes to Godzilla, though.
Godzilla got him in round one. But to be fair, he could swim and breathe underwater, and Kong couldn't. I was like, this is hardly fair.
What? Okay. Now we're gonna do that, huh? To be fair.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Oh, wait, I have to. Because Martin.
What's up, Phil?
Yes, thank you. I am pregnant. That's why I didn't drink on Friday.
Are you Jack's sister?
Me? No, I am not. That's really weird. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I haven't been drinking for like 11 weeks on the show.
We noticed.
That's how Omar actually like discovered I was first pregnant when he said, "Why don't you drink anything?"
No.
Like, I can't drink
for real. This is so awesome because you found out on a Wednesday, right?
Yes.
We had a show that Wednesday, and you weren't drinking. So I was like, "Huh, cool. She's not drinking today." Friday of that week, we had a show, and I said, before the show was over, or before the show started, I said, "What's going on?" And you said, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "You gonna make me say it, or you gonna tell me?"
Because
she's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Well, it's Friday. And you didn't drink on Wednesday. Congratulations!" And you were like, "How did you know?" And I'm like, "Because."
And then you started the show.
And then we started the show.
Yeah. So yes,
that's how that happened.
Yeah. And on Friday, when Melanie brought that 6-pack in, I saw these comments. Amanda, why don't you step up your game? And I chose not to highlight them for a reason because I was not ready to explain those to everyone yet. But I did announce it on social media yesterday. 2 days ago? Yesterday? 2 days ago. Yeah, Monday. So yes, so I am pregnant. So bear with me because emotions and things. I don't know if you've ever dealt with pregnant women, but they go crazy. And
you could have left out pregnant out of that sentence.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, you're just women are crazy.
Not putting words in your mouth.
Yeah. So, and I'm still not far enough along to know what the sex is yet. So we'll see. But I am gonna find out.
It's exciting, man. Like, it's weird to do this right now, and when we're talking in the middle of it. But yeah,
I forgot Martin saw my post.
I can finally express how I feel. It's very cool. It's very exciting. It's gonna. We'll make sure to watch a lot of horror movies come October to make sure that, you are prepared to give birth. in October.
Yeah, I'm not definitely watching any of those horror movies.
We are watching nothing but I've got a list. We're gonna go
like
down
Rosemary's Baby or
no. I'm talking dark web stuff, man.
The one that was it that the girl like it comes out of their I don't know. I watched it before. It was really I don't know.
Inside? Anyway.
Anyways,
Shonda Sook, I got kicked out of my house. Too many omnis. I got kicked out of my house. I'm living in a hotel. No, I'm kidding, man.
Anymore, so he has to sleep there.
I'm kidding, man. Where you live, Shonda Sook, so I can come stay with you, man. Remember you said I was like your older brother? And now everybody goes in quiet mode when I need a place to crash. Yeah, I see how it is.
So let's keep on with the Godzilla.
This is right. Even if it's a little girl, Omaria. Wait, what's that girl's name? Omarosa.
Omarosa? Yeah, no thank you.
Omarosa. Yeah, what do you mean? No, that's a successful woman's name. She was she's going to be right hand side of the president. Had a job like that for a little bit. Yeah. Older brother Omar, peep me that address, man. God. Shoot it my way. All right. Yeah, big congrats, Amanda.
So thanks. So they decide to airlift Kong to the rest of the way to Antarctica. And then when they get there, the little girl has to convince him to go into the tunnel, which looks terrifying, but not as terrifying as him freezing to death in Antarctica, because I guess he still is a mammal, guys. He can't live in Antarctica on his skin alone. So she convinced him to go in the hole. They all follow him in. This crazy stuff ensues. They end up in the hollow earth. Gravities abound. He kills these like serpent dragon animals and sucks out its guts, which just kind of made me want to vomit a little bit when I watched it, but it's all fine.
Because you got the baby inside of you.
I got a baby in my
Wait, I like these names. Omaria. Look how pretty that is, man. Omaria, get your ass over here. See how well that sounds? After your mentor, all right? I'm like Splinter to her, what are you? Donatello, Raphael, whatever.
Raphael, I don't know. Omarion is like the name of the guy from E2K. So.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that dude. Yeah, man, those boy bands. The uncircumcised Omar. How do you know, Dean? Women been talking again.
Phil said the kid's name must be Ralph and his middle name be Boner.
Whoa, if it's a boy. If it's a girl, that's an awkward thing to explain to the teacher. Like, look, it was a joke. We lost the bet. Look, my daughter's name's Ralph Boner. Okay, you're just gonna have to call her that.
Yeah, Ralph. He's so weird. So anyway.
You're just gonna have to call her that.
So, of course, when they're in the Hollow Earth, they discover Kong's origins. This awesome axe that he has when he was like the king down there. I guess obviously don't see any Kong's family. So I guess no one's there anymore. But there's evidence that he had people and he did exist. And of course, the energy source, right? That Maya Simmons, which is
super smoking hot. She was in a movie. What was she in?
Oh God, Isa Gonzalez. She's been in a lot of stuff.
Not in Fast and the Furious, but she was in something else that I thought. Oh my gosh, who did she play? She played a good guy in something.
Killing you now. But she's not a good guy in this, and nor does she last long.
She looks all right in that suit, though.
Yeah, but she got smashed to smithereens by Kong when she tried to.
Her last line was like, "Oh no." Hobbs and Shaw. She was in Hobbs and Shaw, and she played an assassin in Baby Driver. She wasn't an assassin, but she was in Baby Driver.
She's also Nissiana in Alita Battle Angel, which I know it's been a while since we watched that movie, but she was in that movie too.
I don't remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
What's Shonda Sook saying? Oh, okay. Keep on going.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, Millie Bobby Brown and her little friend Josh, played by Julian Dennison, love this kid. He's in The Hunt for the Wilder People. He was also Fire Fist in Deadpool 2.
I did not like this kid in this movie, though. He kind of took away
in the Kurt Russell Stand movie. He's a bad guy in that.
I just didn't like the way that he took the comedy. Like, two people were canceling each other out with the comedy in this.
And Brian Tyree Henry.
Yeah, we don't need both of them, man.
No, all we need is Brian Tyree Henry. I loved how he kept calling him tap water because he drinks tap water, which has fluoride in it as a mind control. Yeah, so of course they go. So Millie Bobby Brown realizes something's wrong with Kong. Why is he attacking the Apex Cybernetics building? it has to be something's going on with them. So of course she tries to find Brian Tyree Henry's character because he is a conspiracy theorist, has his own little podcast. She listens to
I like that a lot.
Me too.
I like that he had a podcast. Yeah, that was awesome.
Why does Bernie use a flip phone?
Because he's got a conspiracy theory, man.
Yeah, he doesn't want to he doesn't want an Apple iPhone. Man, that is detrimental. He doesn't want to be traced.
No, I like that his theories proved to be right. Like he freaks out about which theories was right. He was like, "Oh, hey!" That was good.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
So they end up infiltrating Apex Cybernetics. End up getting on a transport that has all these what are they called? Sky crawlers, or the little spider crawler like creatures from the last movie in egg sacs. And they take this Uber transport to Hong Kong. I don't know how this is possible, but I guess it's underwater. This is 5 years in the future. It's crazy how fast technology grows at this place. And they headed to Hong Kong, and that's where they realize they're building this thing called Mechagodzilla, and it's being controlled by this one guy named Ren Serizawa, but it's also connected to this other I don't remember the monster's name, but it was like a Gorgon type of character with like multiple heads, and they could all like telepathically
Ghidorah.
Yeah, and all the wires
King
are connected.
Ghidorah.
So of course this can't end well for anyone at all. But of course,
hey Gabriel, I don't know if they do or not. They did have Skull Island, because I watched Skull Island a couple of days ago in preparation for this, because I remember falling asleep through that movie, and but I don't remember if Godzilla or the King of Monsters is on HBO.
I don't know if they are or not. I was going to pull up my HBO and just put.
I did not like the design of Mechagodzilla. Like,
yes, they are
his arms, like boxing arms. I don't know. I like my Mechagodzilla looking traditional, but that's just a small little gripe. I did like how he got his name when Josh, the little kid, was like, that's Mechagodzilla.
Godzilla, yeah. And by the way, Godzilla.
They just added them to HBO Max with Jaime saying Triple C Collectibles is saying the same thing.
And also the older ones, the Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, Godzilla versus Megalon, Godzilla versus.
I think
they're all on that.
Is it the Heisei area or the Showa films? I think it's what they have now.
Yeah. Whew, they're all on there. Mothra, yeah.
It was honestly, this movie did not have a lot. Like you have 3 acts. I would almost say you almost have 2 acts in this movie.
There's pretty much 2 acts.
Kong adds a 3rd act in the middle where he goes on a side mission to get a weapon. And I thought that was a really good move from the filmmaker's point of view, right? Like you give them something to do. Sadly, it also involves humans. So you kind of have to go with the humans along on this mission. But that was visually really cool, wasn't it? Like the world.
Especially when he has to kind of go and transfer gravity, and it's like, there's 2 different.
That was pretty awesome, man. I really liked that.
Yes, I think the world was beautiful, and I was like, if I was you, Kong, I'd stay here. Screw the humans. Don't go back and help them. But of course, I guess the other end of the entrance to this Hollow Earth happens to be in Hong Kong. And so Godzilla, of course, whenever the Mechagodzilla turns on, it alerts him. He goes to Hong Kong, and now he's ready to like just blast everything. He also can sense, I guess, Kong in this Hollow Earth. So he uses his like mega breath, and he creates this hole. And of course, Kong's there, and he's like, rah! And they're like about to fight. So, and that starts when the 2 of them start fighting in Hong Kong, which obviously really at first doesn't end well for Kong. He gets pretty much beaten in a sense. And then that's when Walter Simmons or Apex Cybernetics, their Mechagodzilla, decides it has a mind of its own, kills Walter Simmons. And then Brian Tyree Henry has a great line because he's about to give this speech, and then he gets eaten, and he goes, "That's unfair. I really wanted to hear the last part of that speech." And he laughs.
You really like that part.
I really did. It was cute. And so now Mechagodzilla is out there, and it's turned on its own creators. And you have Godzilla, who now has to fight it. And then the humans have to make Kong like encourage him to get up and fight. And you need to get Godzilla to help you because this thing is going to come after us and kill us. So Kong gets up, realigns his shoulder in a really badass move.
Is that your sister, Fallout Girl? Somebody sings
No.
that
But hey, cool. Hey,
why did Godzilla turn on people?
I think he knew he didn't turn on people. He was turning on Apex Cybernetics. I think he could sense the work they were doing with the Titans that they had in like the dead Titans or they had in their control. And I think that is why he was attacking them. So I think he realized
I agree with that.
Yeah. And that's why
but like Kong lost, like Kong died. Like they had to
pretty much
pump start his heart. Dude, but when he gets up, that was awesome. Where's my boy Jaime? Jaime knows what's up. Love how Kong went all Lethal Weapon, right?
Yes.
He popped that shoulder back into place by hitting it against the building. The fights were crazy, man, when Mechagodzilla grabbed Godzilla's face and just rammed it across the building, and you get the perspective like from inside the building. Visuals, we'll talk about that here in a second, but damn, this movie was fun.
Yes.
Yeah, and Kong got his butt whooped twice.
Yeah, but eventually he did convince Godzilla we need to work together. They have this moment, and they work together. They defeat the Mechagodzilla, and then Godzilla swims off, and he goes wherever he goes, which I guess is not how
he gives him like a little wine, right? Like a little wine or something. They look at each other. Yeah. That's how'd it go again?
I don't know. You could have done whatever.
You should do voice acting with that. That was pretty good. That's pretty good.
And then, of course, Kong ends up back in Hollow Earth. And of course, the humans, his beloved humans, are there monitoring him. And they have, and the soundtrack in this, man, I mean, I was singing the ending song quite a bit. Dude, after
I drawn to that soundtrack from the trailer, the song. It was pretty good.
The soundtrack for this definitely different than most typical monster movies. I was like, it was like very like Vietnam era Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. Like this is interesting take for this movie. I like it. It's interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much how the film ends. There's not much else to it.
I was expecting an after credit. I watched the whole damn thing, and I'm like,
I did not.
Come on, give me something. Nothing.
You should just look it up. Is there an after credits?
I don't know, Amanda. Ever since Masters of the Universe,
5 seconds.
That's cheating, man. That's not the way life works. You gotta earn it. Sure? You gotta go through the hustle. Like you gotta go through it.
Only if I was in the theater would I go through the hustle.
I don't know. Maybe with Hellboy. I remember me and you were so done with Hellboy. We're like, God damn it! Is there an after credit? We had to look it up. Is there?
We did. I was like, no, let's go now.
I don't care. We'll look it up online later. Yeah, let's talk about this movie. Did everybody watch this movie? If not,
did.
Yeah, I really had a lot of fun with this movie.
Yes, I had more fun than I think I deserve to have in this film because it's not like monster movies aren't my go-to movies. So the amount of fun I had in this movie surprised the heck out of me, I gotta say.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And it's movies like this that I go in and I think, like, how the hell am I going to review this? Because I'm not going to critique it for its cinematography or lighting or anything like that, because this is meant to be a fun movie.
Or heck, even the plot. It's predictable as all get out. Right at the beginning, I knew who the bad guy is, and immediately I knew, okay, if I saw Mechagodzilla in the trailer, no, they're not fighting another Titan. They're going to come together and fight Mechagodzilla. I don't know how
everybody gonna happen. Hey, be good, but my buddy Arthur. But dude, it was so good. I really had, like you said, a lot of fun. The visuals, like from the perspective of the humans, like when they're running underneath them, like getting away from the rubble. Because holy crap, they went and destroyed entire cities, like buildings.
Yes.
Human casualty is so ridiculous, right? Like we don't even talk about that. But visually, when like the rumble's coming down and like things are falling all over the place, from the perspective of people running in the streets, that looked like chaos, and I loved it. It's John, honestly, man. Let me highlight that comment really quick. I haven't seen it. Don't really care for spoilers, though. Love watching you guys. Thank you so much. There really isn't much spoilers. It's worth watching. It's a lot of fun. Like I had a lot of fun watching.
It's not like we could really spoil it for you much.
And I'll tell you what, this is another movie, much like Justice League, that I wish I could have seen on the big screen. Seeing at home is different. Like, it was made for the big screen. Like, the fights were so huge that I wish I could have heard like the surround sound, just, my seat shaking, and I don't know. I'm ready to go back to the theater. And movies like this remind me to like.
No, go ahead. But I was gonna say, unlike Snyder Cut, you could go see this in theaters, Omar.
What? I thought it was HBO.
No, so this, just like every other movie they're doing, including Mortal Kombat, we'll talk about that a little bit later, they're all same-day releases. So they're available in theaters. You could also see them on HBO Max just for 2020, then 2020 or 2021. Then in 2022, they go back to the 45-day schedule in between releases. So no, it's out in theaters. Our Franklin Square Cinema in Frankfurt's been advertising the crap out of it. You could go to a theater and see it.
I don't own any of that.
I know you don't, but I'm saying you could.
Oh man, I'm gonna take my kids to go see it because Lydia would want to go see it because we talked about. Yeah, I'll go see this in theaters.
I remember, I think almost every Regal's open now, so the Regals should be open.
I believe too.
Most of the Cinemarks and AMC's, and unlike any Disney movie, you'll be able to see this in Cinemark because they're not mad at Warner Brothers, they're just mad at Disney. So yeah, basically, you can see this in theaters. Just like you'll be able to see it in theaters. Huh?
Who? What?
Sorry, it was cutting out. Go ahead. What did you say?
There was a little bit of a lag.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead. I said
it's my crappy Motel 6 connection.
Hotel internet.
You're giving me the benefit of the doubt. It's not a hotel. It's a motel. We do have a pool outside.
Oh, it's not. It is really a motel?
Did you hear any of that?
Yeah, I said it's really a motel.
I don't sleep in a motel. I'm in my 40s, man. No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, my lag sucks though.
It's okay, yeah. But no, you're right, Lucio. This movie, it is for what it is, like, and that's what Omar was talking about earlier.
If you
go.
It feels like I'm interrupting you because like the damn crap internet sucks. I'm not saying anything. I'm just listening. Look, you're frozen right now. I don't know if you can see me or if I look like an idiot frozen, but if you can hear
you're
me,
frozen
I can see
right now
and hear you. So I'm gonna sit here and be quiet. I'm frozen. Can you hear me? Oh my God! Look at that. Don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that like button because Omar's having difficulties.
Pay for better internet.
But to be fair, I mean, look at the dedication. He's on vacation. He's trying to come on and do the show with us.
These people know me so well. These people do know me. I do still McDonald's Wi-Fi, man. I have Wi-Fi.
I mean, unless he's paying for the actual high-speed internet at a hotel, like you know how you can pay extra, he's probably on something like a 56. Anyways, so what I'd say, I enjoyed this film.
You know me too damn well. I pay for extra.
They do. So yes, this film, predictable as all get out. The plot, I mean, the characters, human characters are whatever. They are not extremely elaborate. And my favorite is Brian Tyree Henry's character, the conspiracy theorist guy. Other than that, everyone else fairly forgettable, which is fine. Did we need Kyle Chandler in there at all with Monarch? Probably not. He barely shows up, and I still don't remember really what Monarch does. So it was fun. It was such a fun movie. I really enjoyed it. The action was great. Especially that last fight scene was spectacular. I loved the way Hollow Earth looked. And overall, that's at the end of the day, I think really what this movie is made for and what was it all about. So I enjoyed it on that front. I'm not going to go crazy into plot and say, oh, what an awful, because it's not that kind of movie. It's not trying to be an Oscar-worthy movie. Omar, are you frozen? Omar. So I don't know if Omar's on anymore. So he was speechless for my score, for my discussion. All right, guys. Anyway, so Omar will probably be back on in a second. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm going to go ahead and give my final score. And then you guys go ahead and tell me if you have seen this movie yet, what you would score it. And I'll put it up on screen. And whenever Omar gets back, we'll ask him for his score.
Dude, man.
He's back.
I was by myself. What happened?
You were? No, I was by myself. I was like, what's happening?
So good thing, man. I was changing clothes and stuff. I hope y'all didn't see that. Was I live? I was not live.
No,
right?
no, you were not. Anyways, so I was about to give my score, and I asked everyone else to give me their score as well. So,
okay, good call.
I gave it a solid 8 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed this movie. So, what would you give it?
Omar was rather than Amanda was rather. Dude, how do we have a show? We suck so bad. We've been doing this for 2 years, and I'm sorry, I should have left. That's the last time I leave. I ain't ever leaving again. I'm be in my basement.
Did you leave? Oh, you never leave the house again.
I'm never leaving my house, or I'm going to Amanda's house.
What you get for paying for Met? You pay for Metronet. You just need to stay there. Okay. What would you give it? What would you give it, Omar? Before I could go to whatever else says.
This is a solid 8.5. It was so fun. What did you give it? I didn't hear
8
you.
out of 10. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Yeah, 8.5. Loved it. Yeah. I'm probably gonna go see it in the theater.
Yeah,
it was good.
6 out of 10. Doug Collector gave it a 7. Shonda Sook gave it an Omar out of 10. Which is it Omar in the motel or Omar like back in his apartment?
Can we stop calling it a motel? It's a hotel, okay? You think they have fancy art like that?
That is really fancy. James gave it a 7 out of 10 for great action, but needed more storytelling and plot. Lucio said 10 out of 10, amazing. Amazing Asian, also gave it an 8. I don't know what this comment was about, saying you were uncircumcised.
We're uncircumcised. No. What?
Jack gave it a 9.5 out of 10.
What is that?
Gideon, yeah, we are streaming on Good Friday.
Yeah, wait. We're going to be there on Good Friday.
I got off that day too, but I will be streaming on Good Friday. So
you say you're off that day?
Yes, I'm off. Yes, me and Lyndon both have off because it's Good Friday. So my work gives us off for that day.
You ain't even Catholic, man.
I'm Christian. Good enough.
Nah, man. I'll be like, you Catholic? No, then you gotta work.
Jaime gave it an instant classic out of 10.
Instant classic, yeah.
J-Rock said, fun factor is 10. Story not applicable. So that's good.
That's a good rating, though. That's a good rating.
You can't really base this off a story, guys. Chris Davison, a 7 or 7.5 out of 10. And then I give it a 9 if they took Millie Bobby Brown and co out of the film. It really, you could have done without.
I don't even know what was the purpose of those kids. And
I think they were using them to showcase what Apex Cybernetics was doing, but I don't think we really needed that because we already were introduced to Apex. They were already brought into the story by approaching Nathan Lynn to begin with, and the fact that his daughter was on the mission with them to extract the material. So yes, you're right. It was just unnecessary just for, I guess, the humor factor, because Alexander Skarsgård, Rebecca Hall are dramatic actors, and they by no means are good at comedy. So if you want a comedy, they were not the actors.
Rebecca Hall, that was the girl in the town. The town. Rebecca Hall's the girl in the town.
Yeah, or she was in Iron Man 3, your favorite Iron Man.
Oh, man. We should do it. Was it really that bad? And yes, it was. I have a job interview on Friday.
I disagree, and I would love to do that. I'd love to fight you on that.
You want to fight me? You want to fight
on
me?
whether or not Iron Man 3, just so I could talk about Ty Simpkins as Iron Lad.
That damn kid, I swear.
Lion 10 out of 10.
Good. So let's talk about Shonda Sook, though. He has a job interview on Friday and wants to vomit. Okay, man. Look, here's some good vibes heading your way. You give me a call, shoot me a text message. I'll calm you down and give you some tips, okay? I'll give you some tips. Amanda versus Omar, King of Monsters. Well, she can whoop my butt right now with the damn Wi-Fi because mine keeps glitching. But you know what, though? She was glitching out, too, because when I joined back up, she wasn't in the damn chat.
Well, no, because I thought it was mine was on regular AT&T, and I was like, oh, maybe I should put my Google Mesh on. So I switched it over.
Dude, our Wi-Fi sucks. What's up, Glenn? How you doing? That kid from Iron Man 3 is a bad actor. He's already on you. He's already on you.
I know. He's all good. But Sean D'Souza, just remember, stay calm. If you have questions, you're not really quite sure how to answer it off the cuff, it never hurts to repeat the question first to give yourself time to think about it. Or if you need to ask, always ask for clarification, and you can never go wrong with that. And always make sure you have questions to ask them at the end of the interview. Research the company beforehand. Do it. It's so important.
That's very important. And if it's like many people giving you an interview, if it's like 3 people, always make eye contact with all of them, like equally, right? Don't favor one person. Make eye contact with everybody. Don't make it too creepy. But yeah.
Don't stare at someone.
Do I tell Omar? Do you tell people you're self-employed, or do you tell them you're an entrepreneur? I tell them I'm a importer, exporter. That's what I do for a living.
He says he's an influencer. That's the new term, isn't it?
Is that the new term? I'm a YouTube influencer,
I guess. Yeah. So James, this is a great segue. So now can we talk about the upcoming Thundercats?
I didn't know about that.
Yeah. So that's the segue. So we're kind of done with Godzilla. Sounds like everyone pretty much enjoyed the film. A couple people had some issues with the plot. Not surprising. So did we. But overall, good action flick. Recommend seeing it. If you can see it in theaters, it's out in theaters right now. You can see it. If you don't want to go to theaters, it is on HBO Max. You can see it from the comfort of your own home. Either way, it's available. I recommend you watch it. And hey, have a movie fest. Watch all the Godzillas and Kongs.
Every one of them.
Just get your monster heart out. Just do it. So, anyways, yeah. So Godzilla versus Kong director to make Thundercats feature film. So Adam Wingard, this came out, pretty much broke around the same time this movie came out in theaters. So Adam Wingard is working with WB to direct a feature film based on the 1980s animated series Thundercats. This apparently has been his dream project. When he was in high school, he used to write Thundercats fan fiction. This is not a lie. He said this. And he's actually wrote a screenplay in 10th grade for a Thundercats feature film that was 272 pages long. So now this time around, he's working with the producers of Death Note. They already had a script. So him and Simon
Death Note, the anime, or Death Note, the Netflix movie?
I think Death Note, the Netflix movie, because that's the one he directed, because he also directed it. So he's rewriting it with Simon Barrett, and they're really going to try to lean heavily into an 80s aesthetic. Now, it's not going to be live action because he doesn't want it to end up in Cats territory, because God knows if you try to make Thundercats live action.
Oh, dude, you could. You totally could.
Cats. You remember Cats. Who could remember Cats?
That was a bad movie. If you have, visually it could be really cool, like really, really cool live action. But what are they going to do? CG? What's Thundercats? There was a remake in 2000 and there was a remake in 2011, 2012. So
it's an animated series you should watch, Jack, if you don't get a chance. It's going to be.
What is that?
I don't know either. I don't know where that came from. Samo Flange?
I can't even pronounce that. Is that the name of my Wi-Fi? Is it like
maybe?
Oh, look at you! You made little headers, little things. Good job.
I did. Well, yeah, I was getting on it. So
you
that
were
way,
on it.
People are watching this not live. They know where they can skip ahead to the conversation.
Smart.
Anyway, so what he wants to do is a hybrid CGI film that looks hyper real, that can bridge the gap between cartoon and CGI. So we'll see how that goes, because we know that can go one of two ways. So
good or bad. There's always one or two ways.
Exactly. So, but yeah, so we're getting a Thundercats remake, reboot, if you will. And this is Adam Wingard seems like the guy to do it. Clearly he is a fan. He wrote fan fiction about him back when he was in high school. That to me is like, gotta love him for that. So he can only bring all the love he has to this animated series that it's a cult classic. A lot of people love Thundercats. So I'm excited to see what he does with it. And we'll see if that moves forward and gets into production with Warner Brothers. What are your thoughts on it? You want to see some Thundercats on screen again, Omar?
Sure. Yeah, I'm happy for it. I like the Thundercats. I grew up with that in the cart. Like I grew up with the cartoon. There was a 2011 series, which was actually pretty good. I think it was 2011 or 2012. Wasn't there a Thundercats Go, Roar? That was it, Thundercats Roar, the same guy that did Steven Universe? I never saw that. I just, but I was always, Chitara. She was super smoking hot. My dude was Panther. How would they censor her? She wasn't naked, right? Big fan of Panthro and the Thunder Tank. And then later on, what was his name? Bengali, I think. Season 2 and 3, Linkso. Anyway, I like the series, so I'm excited for it. No, even sometimes people will take these things, I joke about Transformers, the Michael Bay movies.
Yeah.
They're really crappy, but it also doesn't mean that the original series, it's still there for me to enjoy. So even if this sucks, I still have that. Because isn't Kevin Smith working on a He-Man movie currently? I think he's been working on it for the last couple of years, and I've been excited about that for a while.
One that Noah Centau is going to be in that I didn't realize he was going to be in until
I was gonna ask you, because you're the one that told me he was going to be in the He-Man movie. You said he was playing He-Man. Is it the same thing that Kevin Smith's been working on for the last couple of years? All I know is Lion-O, and he kicks people's butts. Jack, come on, man! Everybody knows He-Man. That's a staple.
No, it's not him. It's called Masters of the Universe. That's what it's going to be called. And it's in pre-production right now. Adam Nee are the directors, and then the screenplay writers David S. Goyer, Matt Holloway.
Oh, David Goyer?
Yeah, Matt Holloway, Art Markham, and Christopher Yost, which that name sounds very familiar.
Yeah, he wrote X-Force. He co-created
X-23. Dark World. Oh, he wrote the Thors.
Well, no, he wrote Thor Dark World, but he also wrote Thor Ragnarok. So
He's
that really tells you that a director's vision can really change a movie.
Yes, that's
wait, I'm trying to think of. There was other. Oh, I'm sorry. You got the news. Let's keep going through the news. I like this.
Yeah. So next news we got. So before we get to as far as remakes are concerned, hey, did you guys know they're decided to remake Bewitched again into another feature-length film? Apparently, Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell couldn't do it.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Anybody cast it?
This.
I still think the original cartoon, the first few episodes hold up still. And then the trial, when Lion-O had to earn his right to be the leader of the Thundercats, I thought those episodes were solid. But much like episodes back then, they were all cartoons that were just commercials to sell toys. So tell me about this Bewitched movie. Anybody attached to it? Anybody we know?
No, right now it's just the only people attached are Sony's doing it. Terry Matalas and Travis Fickett are writing the script. They're also developing a Witch Mountain remake on Disney Plus. And Matalas, he's the co-showrunner for Picard. So that's right now all we know about it. I just don't know why we're getting another reboot of Bewitched, but I blame WandaVision, I guess. And it's popular.
You blame WandaVision? What?
Because of the sitcom stuff and how popular it became, and paying homage to it. And I think everyone's like, oh yeah, maybe we should try this out. We'll see what happens. I'm not convinced yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's just rumors right now. There was something else that broke today or yesterday. It was the cast. You ready to talk, or are we there yet? I don't know.
We are right there. So yes.
Obi-Wan Kenobi cast. Let's see. Do we have a picture? Yes, we do. Good job, Amanda. Thank you so much.
That's not it.
So glad. Oh, that's not it. Whoops. Slip of the finger. There we go. There we go.
So obviously they're beginning production in April. So we're getting close. That's actually tomorrow, guys. And they finally revealed the cast. Lo and behold, Hayden Christensen is back as Anakin Skywalker or Darth Vader. So I'm trying to figure out what they said to him or how much money they paid him to get him back. Glad to see him on board. Joel Egerton, he plays his uncle, right, in it? In the originals?
I can't remember if he was the original actor.
Or no, was he the original?
It kind of looks like him from episode 3.
Yeah, but maybe they just cast him because he's more famous. And of course, Bonnie PAC was the original.
So both of them are the original aunt and uncle.
I'm glad to see her back on board, because if any of you watched the Nexium documentary,
I knew you were going to say the documentary was the last time we watched her in, and she was okay in that.
And I felt so bad for her, just in general. So I'm glad she's working again.
He is Uncle Owen in the prequels. Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay. And then Kumail Nanjiani, apparently he just is everywhere. Like,
he's Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks confirmed.
No.
Yes, that guy is Jar Jar Binks.
You think that Kumail Nanjiani is going to be Jar Jar Binks?
Admiral Kargard. I can't even say his name. I do love this woman, though. She was in Luther, and she was in Rome. Indeed. Oh, and she was in Game of Thrones. Indeed,
she was in Game of Thrones. That's what I remember her from. Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but I mean, she's a British actress. She's wonderful in Luther and in Rome, and in Game of Thrones. Super hot. Who's Rupert Friend?
Rupert Friend, which is what I always say is, if he can't get Orlando Bloom, they attach him to a project.
I was going to say, he kind of looks like he looks a little bit like Johnny Depp too in that picture, but not this one, but the other one. But
look at them. Look, and he dated Keira Knightley around the same time that they did the Pirates movies together.
So Keira Knightley is Natalie Portman's twin.
Lookalike, yeah. So I always thought that was hilarious. But yes, when you can't get Orlando Bloom, get Rupert Friend. Though I think Rupert Friend's a little bit of a better actor than Orlando Bloom.
I don't even know what Orlando Bloom was in my hometown of Versailles, Kentucky. Indira was amazing in Torch. That's right, she was in Torchwood too. Mm-hmm. Who else is in this? Let's go back to this cast, because let me see. There we go. Okay,
she's definitely
man. That wasn't me. That wasn't me, dude.
There you go.
All right, who's down here at the bottom? Is that oh my gosh, is that what's his name, son?
No, it's John David Washington.
No, is that Ice Cube's son? That looks like Ice Cube's son.
I think it is.
Yeah, that was in the oh my gosh, the NWA movie. What the heck is that movie called? Straight Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton. Yes, it is
right.
him.
That is.
He was Ice Cube in it. Yep, he was in.
That's what's up. He was pretty good in that.
He was. I'll be interested to see what characters he.
Oh, Jack knows who Ice Cube is, but he don't know Thundercat. Okay,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
There's a name I ain't seen for a minute. What's up, Cyclops better than Wolverine? I hate reading that, but I got much love for you, brother. All right, so.
Yes. You have Moses Ingram. She was actually in Queen's Gambit. If anyone has watched that on Netflix with Omar's favorite magic actress, Anya Taylor-Joy, it is a fantastic
Kentucky
show
represent.
Chess, which you never see those in the same sentence. Fantastic in chess, but it is actually. So
the guy in the middle, he was in Fast and the Furious, wasn't he?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Han, I think. Yeah. Chris Davison knows. Han from the Fast movies. Yeah. Okay. And who's the dude in the bottom right? Who's that? Last?
Is you talking about Benny Safdie?
Sure.
Is that the gentleman you're talking about?
He's the last guy left. That's not.
Yeah, not anything. He was in Pieces of a Woman. That's the most recent film. But for the most part, nothing that I'm familiar with. A lot of shorts and things. So he's a relatively new actor.
Okay.
He's in all the episodes.
So this is live action. This is going to be.
Takes place 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith.
Holy crap. This is going to be amazing, dude.
I can't wait. I'm really excited about it.
I really hope they're keeping Ray Park a secret. Like, I want to see that man come back as Darth Maul. That would be so cool. Because it was hinted at in the, what was that? Solo movie.
Yes, it's right. And they might bring him back. I would like to see if they bring him back as well. But of course, they're not going to name that casting because that's something they want to be a surprise, kind of like how they did with what's his name, Evan Peters.
Oh, Paul Bettany at the end of WandaVision.
Yeah, they want to make it all. Yeah. This is a good question because Omar made a comment too that James Earl Jones can do the heavy lifting, but they haven't announced whether or not he's going to be in it as the voice for.
That's a big thing. They would have to have him.
He's not listed as Darth Vader. He's not listed at all. And that's someone that you would usually list. So either it's going to be a surprise, it's going to be James Earl Jones, or maybe they're going to modulize Hayden Christensen's voice.
No way. Do you know him? Have you met the Star Wars fan base?
It will be. Oh, I have. Yes, I had a conversation about that with my friend Kevin at work when we were doing our intro and outros for our podcast about how the Star Wars fans can be the worst fans.
But I mean, any fandom's like that. Any fandom is going to have the most negative people. You know, the extremities of like. I remember the guy that did this is not have anything to do with this, but the guy that directed Evangelion, and he worked for a guy in X, and he was doing this show called Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, which is my favorite anime. But he talked about like going into a forum when they talked about a specific episode, and it was like it destroyed him. Like he should not have looked at what people were saying about him.
I don't think I could. If I was in this kind of industry, I wouldn't be looking at whatever people say
because you just gotta
for my mental health.
So yeah, during this time, Anakin and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Darth Maul was not returning. It would mess up the timeline. Shut up, nerd. Mess up the timeline. What are you talking about? Have you not heard of, dude? Like the best arguments I've ever heard. Like my brother and I were talking about. He did not like Episode 9 like at all. He was like, didn't even bother. This is Tommy. I love my brother, but he was like, didn't even bother explaining, how the Emperor came back. And I'm like, have a whole goddamn movie called Attack of the Clones. Did you miss that? Like, you don't need to explain these things. It's just taken for granted. Wear it with pride, brother. Wear it with pride. The MCU fans bullied Wyatt Russell off social. Are you serious?
I don't.
No, that guy seems like he's got thick skin. I think he can take it. Some people, don't care. Some people are like, whatever. That guy's actually really funny. I saw an interview with him. Talking about like his first casting call and how he didn't get the part, and oh my gosh, who was interviewing him? But it was a really good interview talking about his mom and dad. What?
Okay, that's Jack. He's not even on social media. So whoever got bullied off is not Wyatt Russell. I just looked it up
because he got bullied off of it, Amanda. So Jack is right.
It's not even on.
Wait a minute. Plot twist. He's not playing Vader. We all think he is, but he's actually just a random. Oh my gosh, Dixie Enormous. I love that name. Never mind. Anyway, that's a different story. Just want to say episode 3 is the best. Thank you for super chat. What? Okay. Maybe killing Yinglings. That was good, but
oh my gosh. I did like the battle. I like the battle at the end with
the intro was awesome though. That intro was awesome in the movie theater. It had its moments. And him going
exactly.
Like, actually, I love the music too. The oh my gosh, when the two friends Anakin and Obi-Wan are fighting, that was solid. That was solid too.
Anyways, so yeah, along the same lines as Star Wars news, has anyone been
camera, baby? Go ahead. Y'all walk by. They just got back from the pool. I think there's a law against kids on the internet in bathing suits. Please walk by.
I took your Superman hardcover to the pool.
What?
Just kidding. She wasn't really meaning it.
All right, I'm gonna keep my audio on. Let's keep going.
Okay, so if anyone hasn't seen it, the Bad Batch trailer launched, which is the spinoff of Clone Wars, based on the Squad of Clones, the Elite 99 or Clone 99, I think is what it's called. Yeah. So it looks really awesome. I love the animation. Looking forward to seeing the different clones, all voiced by D. Bradley Baker, by the way. And he even voices the rest of the clones.
They all look different too. I like that they all look different.
He does. I mean, he's a great voice actor. I was looking it up. I was like, I really want to see the rest of his work. And he has such a vast array of work. It's phenomenal. So yeah, the Bad Batch trailer looks like a lot of fun. That comes out May 4th. Very appropriate, which is, of course, May the 4th.
Is this canon? Is this part of the continuity of Rebels and Clone Wars? Okay.
Yeah, it's a spinoff of Clone Wars. And so it premieres May 4th. Thanks to Super Chat. Lionheart says Return of the Jedi is my number one.
Me too. That movie means a lot to me. That's the movie my dad took me to go see when I was a kid. All in English. Didn't understand a damn thing. And I couldn't read at the time when I saw it. So not because I was a dumb kid, just because I wasn't reading at the time. But thank you for your Super Chat.
Yes. Anyways, so It premieres on May 4th. The first episode is 70 minutes. So yeah, that's a long premiere for a cartoon. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this and seeing them expand the Star Wars universe in this way. Not just the live action aspect, but the cartoons as well. So looking forward to the Bad Batch. What about you, Omar?
Yeah, I really like Rebels, and I really like the the Clone Wars. So I'm really looking forward to that Bad Batch. Looks good. And now there's a lot of Star Wars things being released, so it was good to see that trailer. Because anytime I ever see titles of things, I'm like, yeah, right. I ain't believing anything until I see some kind of trailer or something.
Exactly, agreed. But with Disney and their stuff, it's now becoming like you can almost guarantee it's going to get released. So
I hope so.
So let's quickly before we go, because I know it is like after 10 our time and my time. I think you're on Central Time, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you are. So let's do a couple of release date changes, guys. So first, they announced Venom is being pushed back. So it is now going to be coming out on September 24th, 2021 from the June 25th that it was originally scheduled for. However, we did get an actual title for it. So it's going to be called Venom, Let There Be Carnage. So that obviously we all knew Carnage was going to make his appearance fully formed in this movie. Not a surprise. Andy Serkis.
So Venom's pushed back to when?
September 24th.
Holy crap. So they still are releasing it this year.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. I mean, I don't know where it plays in.
Thanks for staying with us, Phil.
I know. Thank you so much. I know Hayden's up too, or maybe Hayden went to bed yet.
No, so Hayden's done. He's like, they talking about Star Wars. I hate Star Wars.
Yeah. So, Gideon, when's the poll for my babies?
Yeah, we got Omaria, Omar Rosa. And Logan, it's a boy.
I don't know if I can leave the name of my baby in everyone's hands.
We love you should. Come on now. That's near mint condition dedication right there. If you're putting the baby's name in everybody's hand. We love you too, man. We love you too.
So anyways,
because my kids keep running around.
I know. So the last thing that we have to talk about, last release date pushback, Mortal Kombat got pushed back. So that was
when
pushed
is that
back.
Coming out?
It was supposed to come out April 16th, coming out April 23rd. Now, the reason they're doing this, Warner Brothers, I think was kind of smart, and the reason they decided to do this is they want to space out this and Godzilla versus Kong so they can avoid cannibalizing their ticket sales. So they're giving Godzilla versus Kong a little bit more time in theaters by itself, because if you think about it right now, they're the only big movies that are coming out in the next month. And so Warner Brothers like, we're the only ones releasing anything, so let's spread it out a little bit. Give our two movies some time so that they don't cannibalize each other in ticket sales, especially when things aren't still open 100%. Because I think that right now there's only 3,000 of the 5,800 theaters in America that are open. Now, LA, starting today, I believe, increased their capacity to 50%, which is 200 people per theater, up from the 25% they were at before. So you're already seeing increases in LA. I'm sure New York's not far behind. So it probably is smart of them to push it back just a little bit longer to avoid cannibalizing those ticket sales from Godzilla versus Kong, which is their own movie. It makes sense.
Okay. So, I mean, honestly, if they're pushing it back a week, that's not that bad. I'm honestly surprised that we're getting Venom. I really thought Venom was going to be next year after Spider-Man, because we don't know where things are going to be. With Sony and Disney and Spider-Man.
I just don't think we're going to see Spider-Man in this Venom yet. I think we're going to get a third Venom. I think that maybe Morbius is the movie where we're going to actually, especially because we know that Vulture's in it, that's where we're going to see the cross between the franchises.
Yeah, and I ain't believing this multiverse crap until I see it. Ralph Boner really got me.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to.
What about Canadian Invincible Comics? We ain't seen you for a minute. What'd you give Godzilla versus Kong, man? Like 8.9573? Very specific with his ratings.
Because so Morbius doesn't come out until after Spider-Man. That's why I think Morbius is going to mean a little bit more to the possibility of Spider-Man spinning off onto Sony movies than Venom right now. Not really the villain that everyone wanted to see him team up with or fight, but whatever. It's fine. It is what it is.
Leto?
Yes. Hey, he's going to get his redemption. He got his redemption in the Snyder Cut. So
we're a society? We didn't even get that.
Well, no, it was just a fun little thing. But yeah, so that's all the news. Obviously, more stuff has come out since I wrote my news up. I know that, what else did I just save?
There's all kinds of things that were coming out.
Oh, Batman. Batman Long Halloween. They announced the cast list. I didn't realize.
Wait. What?
It's the animated
movie okay.
of Long Halloween. Yeah, Jensen Ackles from Supernatural is playing Batman. Naya Rivera's Catwoman. She apparently did all of her voiceover work before she passed away. So, and that's the girl from Glee.
Oh my goodness.
She
did voice work
for Long Halloween. Yeah, she plays Catwoman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. So, man, we're full of news. Yeah. And it happens every day. Something's dropping. Okay.
That's exactly right. It's crazy how fast stuff is dropping. Every day seems to be something new, but it's good. It means the entertainment industry is back up and running. It's getting its feet again. For a while there, we weren't getting anything but pushbacks, delays because of everything going on in the world. So now it's finally good to see that we're getting movement.
Man, it is cool how it's all coming back. Like things are getting back to kind of semi-normal, whether it's, 30% capacity or whatever. So, exactly. Omar, be careful with the mirror behind you. Thanks, guys.
Is there a mirror behind you?
They're fine now. All right. Next, I'll be back on Friday. We'll be back. We will be back Good Friday because that's right, Easter weekend. Let's over.
Yay!
Fast food again.
Yay!
I mean, that's why I look forward to Lent.
So, anyways, is that what you were doing for Lent?
I gave up fast food this year. Yeah, I've given up a lot of things in the past: alcohol, cursing. One time, I think I gave up video games. So it's always different. It's always different. So, was that it, Amanda? Is that the last thing?
That's it.
About the last thing. All right.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, we'll be on next on Friday. This Friday at 8 o'clock normal time.
Normal time. I'll be back at my house or Amanda's house. Somebody's house has got better Wi-Fi than here. And be back to normal.
They're over at the hotel.
I mean, it ain't that bad.
We're talking about the recent episode of Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah. And I think Superman and Lois is on hiatus. I need to catch up on those last 2 episodes, and then Invincible episode 4.
Something else was Friday too, so we could talk about that as well.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So, everybody have fun. Don't forget to hit like, please. If you're enjoying this type of video, you're fine. Just stay back there. All right.
Okay. You want me to sign off?
Yes. Do your thing, Amanda. Oh, look, Stan Lee joined the channel.
Well, Stan Lee.
What's up, Stan Lee? big fan of your work. Big fan of your work. Yours and Jack Kirby's and Steve Ditko's.
How's heaven going? I don't know.
Are you serious, Amanda?
Where is it?
Matt My Ex is next Friday at 9. Next Friday, not this Friday. Next Friday. Godzilla did kill Kong. Yes, we acknowledge that. And also spared Kong. Absolutely acknowledge that. Yes. All right, Amanda. Take us off.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And remember to follow us on all the social media channels at NeoMateCon. Make sure to check us out on Patreon for $1 a month or more. You can have all access to Omar all the time. And then if you want to get any awesome near mint condition merchandise, check us out on Spreadshop. I believe we still have a discount going on right now.
It's the last week for the discount, 15% off, but yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you all check that out as well. And last but not least, guys, if it's classy and cool, it must be near mint. Stay safe and good journey, everyone.
Good journey. Bye, everybody.
Bye.